Hi everybody, Andrea Webster, Elite Green Status presented with Younique here in the Mock to Lash Lady. I wanted to do a very quick little video for you guys today to show you my foundation routine. It's a very simple 4-step process. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I always start off with our Glorious Face and Eye Primer. I then go into our BB Cream and Bisque. Follow that up by covering up any blemishes or under eye circles with our concealer. And then I finish it all off with our touched pressed powder. So it's a very simple process. So I'm just going to start with my face and eye primer. Just use a tiny little bit. And ladies, there's a saying out there, it's a crime not to prime. And it is so true because it's all about the base. If you don't prime, then it's quite possible that your foundation sets into your pores throughout the day and it settles into any fine lines and wrinkles that you may have, and it wears off throughout the day or faster. By using primer, that won't happen. It makes your makeup stay on longer. It creates a nice barrier between your face and your makeup. So that's the very first thing that I do, is I always prime my face. Then the next thing I do is I use my BB cream, and I'm using Bisque. It's winter, I'm pale, sometimes I use honey. There's my kids again, of course. And then I use my blending bud, and I do have it a little bit damp. And then now, because I am blind, I'm going to use my little mirror. And then I just tap that onto my skin. Trying not to rub, but it doesn't always happen. I love our blending buds because I find they don't absorb a lot of product like the brushes do. Make sure you get up into your hairline. And of course, I just dyed my hair over the weekend, so I do still have a little bit of dye kicking around on the top of my forehead, so I'm definitely trying to blend that out so people don't see it and cover it up a little bit because it will not come off. I'm just going to use a little tiny bit more. Make sure I always bring it down into my neck so I don't look like I'm wearing a mask. Good. And then I'm going to go in with a tiny little bit of our concealer. Just to go underneath my under eyes. I'm very fortunate. I don't have a lot of blemishes on my skin. So I'm just going to go down here because I can't see what I'm doing. Then I always bring it out with my ring finger. And then I am going to finish it off with our pressed powder and my powder puff brush. Ooh, big pile of cat hair on there though. Sorry, go with it. And then I just blend that out and making sure I bring that down into my neck as well. And depending on my plans for the day, I either continue with my blush and my bronzer, but I don't know if that's going to be one of those days. Can't probably see again. Actually, I think I will because I'm looking just a tiny little bit pale. So I'm going to use Sunset because that is the one I grabbed. Here's my bronzer. So my big thing with the bronzer is I try to do just a tiny little bit underneath my cheekbones, and I do mean a tiny little bit, so much that like that is even too much, and I always brush it off, and then I make this weird face so I could definitely see a defined line of where I have to apply my bronzer, and then I blend the crap out of it. I get a little bit of hair dye on my ear too. I didn't realize it. There, and then I'm just going to go in, do it again, but on this side. This just gives you a little bit more definition, gives me a little bit of color because Lord knows I need it. And then I'm just going to take a tiny little bit, and again I just use my powder puff brush for that. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, I just use whatever I have on hand. And then I'm just going to do up here, and then just underneath my chin, just tiny little bit. I go really light with this, just because. Like, and then I just blend. Blending is crucial, ladies. Here. And then I'm just going to go in with a little tiny bit of blush. I actually have our very first blush that we ever had. And I still have so much of it. I love the color, so I don't feel the need to get the pressed one yet. And this one, again, so much goes onto the brush. I don't want to look like a clown, so I definitely blow all that off, and I just do my cheekbones. And again, blend, blend, blend. And then I blend my bronzer and my blush all together, kind of, just so you don't see like the big definite line. So ladies, I do believe that is it. Might actually have to blend just a tiny little bit more over here. But as you can see, it's a very simple process. Sometimes I do the bronzer and the blush, and other days I don't. It depends on my mood and what I have planned for the day. I'm going to work later on this evening, so maybe it's probably a good idea that I did blush and bronzer. But if I don't have any plans, then I generally don't. Again, very simple 4-step process without the bronzer and the blush. Glorious Face and Eye Primer, BB Cream, Touched Concealer, and our Touch Pressed Powder. Ladies, just because the liquid foundation's on back order don't mean you don't get amazing coverage with our other products. Our products are all amazing. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at my email listed below, or you can check out my www.theormoctolashlady.ca. I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.